Hello everybody, you can hear my dog just really getting in trouble. My name is Megan and this is hopefully the start of a weekend reading vlog. So yeah, it's been a while. Went to Yelk, got a chest infection. As you can tell, I'm still not 100%. I've got antibiotics now. I am like feeling better. I'm just not sounding it. So I figure, you know, why not do a quick weekend reading vlog. So today, it's Friday, I'm off work until Wednesday because that's when my antibiotics will hopefully have finished and I will have rested and recuperated. So yeah, I have plans to read this weekend. My parents go away tomorrow and come back Monday, so I will basically have the house to myself. Probably just gonna watch Only Murders in the Building, but you know, I could do something exciting, you never know. Might be going meeting my friend for drinks tomorrow, might not. Might decide alcohol is not the move. We'll see how it goes. But let's talk about my reading plans. So I need to film today. I'm going to wait and see if my voice fixes itself before I do that because I don't want to film full videos sounding like this. I also, as you can see behind me, my shelves, I keep changing my mind about how I want them to look. So I'm definitely going to do those today. My mum is currently out meeting people for coffee. She'll be back soon. So I do need to go downstairs and like entertain the dog for a while, which I will do once I finish this clip. But yeah, what do I plan on reading? So me and Becca from the Becca Fowler currently reading Shadow and Flame by Mindy Annette. We're on like page 230 or something at the moment and we'll be finishing that up on Monday. We've got like 4 sections left maybe. So far really enjoying it. It has not gone in the direction that I thought it was going to after finishing Onyx and Ivory, and I'm here for it but also like very nervous. So we'll see how that goes. I also, very excitingly, have a finished copy of Babel that I won at Yelk. Now don't let Chloe take all the credit for that tower sheet that we had to do, right? I did at least 3 of those. So at Yelk there was a competition to win a proof of Babel and runners-up got a finished copy. I assumed that would be when the book came out, but no, now I have it in my possession right now. I've been annotating it, it's great. But what you had to do was translate words and put the language that it was from on the sheet. And yes, Chloe did most of them because, you know, she offered because she really wanted that proof. But I helped. I definitely did at least 3 of those words, so I feel like I deserve this copy. And I'm also very glad that Lisa got one because I would have felt guilty keeping it, and I wouldn't have kept the arc. I would have just been, Chloe, send me her digital arc, and I would have let her have the physical one and then regretted it. But it's fine because she has a copy, I have a copy, it's all good. And I'm going to be trying to read like 100 200 pages of this over the weekend. I'm reading it slowly because it requires brain power and I'm enjoying it too much, and it takes so long to annotate it and read it, and I just don't want to sit for the entire day reading Babel and like not, you know, getting my life together. So yeah, those are the 2 books that I'm physically reading with my eyes. I need to start an audiobook, so I have the audio of This Vicious Grace. I have an ARC copy of that, so I'll probably start that while I, you know, reorganise my shelves, tidy my room a bit, and then tomorrow hopefully I'll have filmed later on today, and I think I'm going to go for breakfast and take my laptop and do some editing at either Costa or Wetherspoons, dependent on how busy it is and the time, you know. And don't judge me, okay? There are not a lot of breakfast places in my town, so Spoons is pretty much the only option if I want like actual breakfast foods. So yeah, that's it, I think. Very excited update. I'm hoping to vlog, hoping to film, hoping to tidy. I did finish my Secret Orbit book this morning, which was For the Wolf by Hannah Witten. I had like 50 pages of that left last night that I didn't have the brain power to read. That was really good. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. Yeah, I'm glad I picked it up. It was really good. More thoughts about that in my wrap up. I need to film my June wrap up also. That's going to be fun. But yeah, I don't know what else to physically pick up. I should have a look at my TBR video probably, see what's on there. Or I might just open up my Kindle and read a trashy romance. We'll see. But yeah, I will check in later.
Hello. It has been many hours. I have not filmed today. It's literally 8 o'clock. The last time I spoke to you, it was like the morning. So I've been great at vlogging. Hopefully the weekend gets a little bit better. But I have read my buddy read pages of Shadow and Flame. Things are getting very tense and I'm very nervous about how the pages tomorrow are gonna go. And like, don't tell Becca, but I might have to read ahead a little bit. But also I can't because it defeats the point of a buddy read. I also have been reading on my Kindle today, and I have read an entire book in the time between, you know, me last talking to you. I didn't tell you I was going to start reading it. It wasn't even one of the options I was considering this morning. But yeah, I read These Twisted Bonds by Lexi Ryan, which is the sequel to These Hollow Vows, which was a Fairy Loot book last year, I think, at some point. I'm on hold that version because I prefer the cover of the US version. And I got an ARC, and it comes out, or it came out a few days ago, I think, or it comes out soon. It's a timely ARC reading for once. So yes, I'm giving it 4 stars. This is like I said, the sequel to These Hollow Vows. It is about a girl whose sister is sold to the Fae and she has to infiltrate the court to save her. So she infiltrates, I believe, the Seelie court, finds out the Unseelie court have her, and things go from there. I think it's like a fun introduction for people to like the YA fantasy fairy genre. It's written well enough, it has, you know, your stereotypical love triangle, it has easy enough to understand magic, but it's still like well paced and well plotted, and the characters aren't like super two-dimensional, and we have some found family aspects. Yeah, it was a good time. I mean, it wasn't like fantastic, it's not my new favourite book, but it's a solid 4 stars, and I love a good duology. Really do enjoy a duology. So yeah, glad I've knocked that one off the list. I've not read any more of Babel. I'm definitely going to read that over the weekend. So I've changed my plan. My plan is to not go for breakfast tomorrow morning. One, because I think it might still be raining, because it's currently raining right now. And if it's raining in the morning, then I'm not going to want to walk into town, basically. And 2, I didn't film anything today, so I can't take my laptop to edit things, which is like the motivation of breakfast, you know? Words are hard. So yeah, tomorrow morning I'm going to film. As soon as my parents leave, gonna get some makeup on, film like 4 or 5 videos, and then get a couple of them edited on Sunday morning when I do go out for breakfast. I will also reorganise my bookshelves tomorrow, hopefully reorganise my desk, because that's a disaster, and I might, and Chloe, don't hold me to this, but I might start watching Schmigadoon before I go and maybe meet my friend for drinks, but I need to check in and see what the plan for that is. That's it for today. This has been the most boring day, boring start to a vlog, but tomorrow things will be happening and I will try to remember to film them.
Hello, good afternoon. I am once again being a super terrible vlogger. It's literally 20 past 2. I've not talked to you at all today because I'm just that on top of everything, you know? In my defense, I thought my parents would be leaving the house at like 10 and they left at like 1. So that was a whole 3 hours where I thought I was going to be filming. But I wasn't. I didn't bother getting ready. And then my brother was like, should we order KFC? So, you know, I did, obviously. And now it's like 2:30 and I'm finally nearly ready to film. I'm poking my eye out with a mascara wand because I thought may as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone, spend more time doing this than I really need to. Yes, so KFC was consumed. My brother has now got out, so it's just me in the house, which means, you know, perfect silence for filming, apart from, you know, the birds outside and the rain and everything. I will need to close my window at some point, but you know what, I'm gonna do my mascara and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so just lipstick to go, so I can probably do that whilst talking, right? Probably not. So yeah, I'm gonna film minimum 3 videos, hopefully 4, and then hopefully read. So last night I did start reading This Vicious Grey on audio. I got an e-art from the publisher, dove into that, read a couple of chapters, enjoying it so far. I will come back and tell you what it's about when I've reread the blurb, because so far it's just about a woman who kills everybody she touches because she's too powerful. And I know that is in the synopsis, so it's not a spoiler, but like we open at a funeral. Like I was like, damn, that's an opening for sure. This morning I read my buddy pages for Shadow and Flame by Mindy Annette, which were still really stressful. And yeah, I'm continuing to forget to take my antibiotics until like 2 hours after I should have taken them, so that's fun. Love that for me. And yeah, hopefully meeting my friend later for some drinks at like 8. She'll probably be back at like 11 because I'm not planning on staying out for very long, and should be able to watch some Schmigadoon this evening, which I can't cast up to my TV because I don't have an Apple TV and my phone doesn't want to do it, so I'll be watching that on my laptop, which is fine. Don't have a problem with watching it on my laptop, but when I get the TV it's nice to, you know, use it. So yeah, filming, reading, chilling with friends for a bit, and then tomorrow we'll be editing and tidying. So I'm gonna go out to breakfast, probably gonna make my brother come with me so I'm not just sat on my own. So yeah, gonna do that, gonna come back, gonna actually deal with these bookshelves and hopefully finish This Vicious Grace because I do have the book. I can read along so I can speed up the audio. Did I tell you I finished Great Gatsby last night? Well, I did. I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was well written, but the characters weren't interesting enough to justify the book, basically. I don't know. It was a weird one for me to try and wrap my thoughts around. Hopefully I will be able to do so in the future and write a comprehensive review. I'm on my Goodreads page. I'm like so behind with reviews though. I really need to like set aside a day and just like go through those, but don't know when I'll have time to do that. But yeah, this has been a very not interesting update. I'll talk to you again when I've done like my marathon filming session. So I got out the shower an hour or 2 ago maybe. It's like quite late on Monday. It is the last week of July. Been a rough patch, but it's a new week. Things are on the up, and I have 2 sections of my buddy read of Shadow and Flame by Mindy Annette to do with Becca. I'm a day behind because yesterday I didn't have time to read my pages. That's fine. So yeah, I'm going to finish that up today. Message Becca with thoughts. So far it's been going very well. What else am I going to read? I'm going to read This Vicious Grace by Emily Seed, which I have the audio. Should be good. I did start it last week, but I was like half asleep, so I don't really remember what happened in like the first 3 or 4 chapters that I read, so I'm going to go back and read that. And then I had a look at what was on my TBR, and none of it's like calling to me, so
so I'm probably going to try and read Babel and then just pick up whatever I fancy, you know, just see what happens. My plans for today are organise my bookshelves because I have piles of books on the floor and I knocked them over this morning and it's not looking good. So this is what the piles on the ground are looking like, and then yeah, we're going to ignore the rest of the mess that you can probably see everywhere. So they need sorting because my shelves, they're just a disaster. And then tomorrow, I'm pretty sure I have the house to myself for most of the day, so I'm going to walk the dog and then film a load of videos, and then Wednesday I'll be back at work, you know, and it'll all be go from that point. But yeah, right now my shoulders and my neck are really hurting. I slept really badly on them last night, so I'm just gonna sit and feel sorry for myself for a bit and then get cracking with the organising and the audiobook listening. Hello, how are we doing? It is, God, what time is it? It's late. It's 10 to 8. What have I done with my day? Nothing. As you can see, my shelves are obviously not done. Hopefully that will change this evening, but when do I ever actually do any of the things I say I'm going to do, you know? So why am I talking to you? I have caught up with my buddy read pages for Shadow and Flame by Mindy Annette, and I have messaged Becca my thoughts, so may as well update you here now, hadn't I? So Shadow and Flame is a sequel to Onyx and Ivory by Mindy Annette, which is about Kate Brighton, who is the daughter of a convicted traitor. She grew up in the palace because he was the stable master. She grew up with the crown prince, who may have had a bit of romantic tension back there, but then he never stepped up when her father was was tried and committed of treason and executed. So she left. She is now a messenger for like the Royal Messenger Service in like some far off town. She thinks she's never going to see the prince again, and then one day she runs into him on her way to work, and on her way to work, that makes it sound so pedestrian. It's really not, but she's running late for work. There's a big parade because royalty are in town, and yeah, she gets caught up with him, and then a lot of things escalate from there. So there's two kinds of magic in this world. Wilder magic, which is people are born with like talents. So Kate has the ability to communicate with the horses that she rides, and she can sort of convince them to do certain things. And some people have like metal working magic, they can like bend metal. Some people have like fire magic, they're like pirates, they can like set things on fire. There's a lot of different kinds of magic, and then there's like the government sanctioned magic, which is the magus magic, which is like really expensive, and it's like a lot of political stuff going on with that magic. Wilder magic is illegal, so Kate has to hide the fact that she's a wilder also, and things sort of escalate from there. There's night drakes that attack cities in the dark and like kill people, and everyone has to live behind these like magus protected walls, and it's very dramatic. And suddenly there are day drakes, and the prince gets caught in a day drake attack, and Kate stumbles upon it and saves his life, and things just really go from there. And I had a really good time with Onyx and Ivory. I'm very glad Becca wanted to read Shadow and Flame because I gave this 4 stars. So at the end of Onyx and Ivory, there's like a lot of stuff goes down, and then immediately in this one, like the prologue was a lot, it was intense, and then the first few chapters, a lot was happening. So some issues I have with the book are, I feel like some of the friendships were definitely downplayed, and they weren't sort of as integral to the story as they were in book 1. So a lot of my love of the series was from the relationships the characters had with each other, and they sort of vanished in this one, which was sad. Some of the really big plot points sort of got tied up way too neatly and quickly for my taste. They just sort of were resolved and went away. But I do think the author was pretty bold with some of the choices she made. I like that she sort of didn't really pull any punches. The characters really went through some stuff, and yeah, I was really in it for the romance. I was not disappointed, I guess is the right word. So yeah, solid 4-star duology. Really enjoyed it, highly recommend. It's sort of, I don't know, a pleasant feeling to have enjoyed a YA fantasy duology, because I've been struggling with YA recently. I've just not been excited to pick it up all, and like half of the stuff I do pick up is just fine. So I'm glad that this one was really good and I really enjoyed it, and now I have no idea what I'm going to pick up next other than This Vicious Grace, which I think is also YA, and I started it at the beginning of the weekend and then didn't really read anything over the weekend, so I didn't carry on with it. So that is a book in which I think it's like vaguely Italian inspired. I don't really know what kind of lore or mythology has gone into it, but we have someone who gets this power, and that power then makes them the leader of their little island, and like their magic protects them from like an oncoming bad thing. But so their power amplifies, they're a female, and their power amplifies some random guy's power. They actually get useful powers, and she just gets to be an amplifier. I know I'm saying it as if it's really negative. I don't really know the power structures and things that are going on in this book yet, because like I said, I've listened to like maybe 3 chapters and I was half asleep for a lot of it.
So I'm gonna go back and find out more. But yeah, so she's killed 3 guys already because she touches them and they die rather than their powers getting amplified. So that's fun. And I think she's maybe about to get killed, or an assassination attempt is about to take place, and then she hires herself a bodyguard, and I think she might touch this bodyguard and he doesn't die, but he has secrets of his own, so that's intriguing. I am excited to see where this one goes, and I'll hopefully put it on as an audiobook when I tackle the shelves, so I can change my bedding and hoover and do all these, you know, important things at some point. What else am I reading? So I also have a physical copy of Babel by R.F. Kuang. I've had it for like weeks now and I should have finished it because I'm really enjoying it, but I'm annotating it and it takes time and it takes brain power, and I've not had too much of that recently. So right, I think that's about as good as it's going to get for my hair. I do prefer it curly, but I couldn't be bothered with that today. This evening's plans are This Vicious Grace and maybe like 100 pages of babble. We'll see what happens. This might be my last update for the day. Let's hope tomorrow, when I have to walk the dog and film things and I'm wearing makeup and I'm home alone for a good chunk of time, goes better. Hi, I'm a mess. So it's Tuesday. It's it's 4:30 in the afternoon, and I spent my whole day doing nothing. So this morning I got up at 7, hung out with the dog because I was the only person at home today. Took him for a walk, came home. It was really miserable this morning, so we were both feeling sorry for ourselves. And he curled up for a nap and I curled up and accidentally had a nap, and then I woke up feeling bad. Like, I woke up and my nap had made me feel terrible. I had a headache, I felt nauseous, I ate some food, I still felt nauseous. So continued to just sit on the couch, and I watched a good chunk of The Summer I Turned Pretty. Not mad about that development. I do need to know that, has anyone read the books? Because I remember reading the first one years ago. Like, I was doing Camp America years ago, so I was like 6-7 years ago. It was a long time ago, and the whole thing was out then. I had like a bind up and I threw it away. I bought this bind up in Target, and I hated like the second book so much. I don't know, that I straight up got rid of it. I didn't even bother finishing, but I'm enjoying the show. So is it worth me going back? Does anybody know? Anyone know if it's worth me doing that? So yeah, what's the plan right now? I don't know. As you can see, my bookshelves still not done, but I've not filmed either, so that's great for me. I go back to work tomorrow, and my lift is going to Poland, so I have to figure out how to get to work, which is also great for me. Love this direction that my life is going in. What's happening? Yeah, so what I'm gonna do, I've made myself some tea. I'm gonna drink it, I'm gonna do my bookshelves, and then we're gonna see how much energy I've got and what the light is looking like, because right now it's very bright in my room and not suitable filming. So I'll hopefully carry on tidying things and like organising, but I don't trust myself, so we'll see how that goes. I haven't read anything either. I have literally just been watching TV and YouTube videos. I've not watched some vlogs of some of my faves in a while, so I've been catching up with those. I've not been commenting because I've been half asleep, so apologies, but yeah, just been chilling when I should really be trying to make the most of my energy for work. So yeah, I'm gonna carry on watching some vlogs whilst I get started tidying, and then once I've like got in the rhythm, I'm gonna put my audiobook on, and then this evening I will either continue watching The Summer I Turned Pretty or read babble. We'll see. Hopefully I check in with you later with some like success. Hello, welcome to my floor. Now, it may look like I've not done anything on my shelves, but I in fact have. It's 9:15. I really should have finished the shelves by now, but like, I've made some progress, okay? Leave me alone. So what I have done is done my TBR shelf, so all of my unread books are all on one bookshelf, and yes, they do take up an entire bookshelf. So we have paperbacks on the first 3, and then we have like 1 hardcover, just because I thought I had more paperbacks, but it turns out I'd read them. So yeah, then we move into tall hardcovers, shorter hardcovers, and then even shorter hardcovers, and then some space at the bottom for when I inevitably get more books. And now I will be moving on to these shelves, which are books I have read, and I just need to, you know, put all of these books onto them. And I'm also watching Sprints and The Summer I Turned Pretty. Things are moving. I've not started reading it. I've just not. But I will. Once I finish this last episode of The Summer I Turned Pretty, I will be listening to This Vicious Grace. But yeah, back to work tomorrow. I'll be in super early, so I'm going to take my book with me and drink hot chocolate in McDonald's before I go in. And then I am going to go in early because I'm going to have so many emails to go through. Just so many. But yeah, I really don't want to go back to work, but here we are. Hello. I have finished work for the day, and there was a bus strike. So my mum said she would pick me up, and she's late because she got stuck in traffic. So I've been sat here for, oh god, like 30 minutes now, and I am still sat here. And like, have I been reading? No. I brought Babel with me. I haven't opened it today. I could have This Vicious Grace playing on audio. Instead, I'm watching YouTube videos. I'm watching Bernadette Banner because I want to. So yeah, that's my update for the day. My bookshelves are mostly done. I am very tired, and yeah, I don't know what time I'm going to get home. I don't know how productive I'm going to be, but yeah,
that's it. I just thought I would I would film an update in case I can't be asked to do it when I get home. Once again, vlogging at you from pretty much the same place as yesterday, but it's lunchtime now. I've just been and bought myself a hot chocolate from McDonald's because I wanted one. I've had a pretty rough day, but last night I got home, ate food and fell asleep in my work clothes, so I was really tired and I got up at 7 o'clock today and I slept through from 8 till 7. Like, I was exhausted. It was time. Read nothing. I've read nothing today. Tonight I'm going to be productive. I'm hopefully going to film my TBR. I'm going to fix the mess that is my room, and I'm going to read at least 100 pages of Babel and a massive ass chunk of This Vicious Grace or This Roman Kingdom, since I've not really started either of them. So it has been several days since I spoke to you. Went back to work on Wednesday, didn't read on my break, didn't read when I got home, fell asleep at like 9, you know. It was fine. Didn't read on Thursday, went to sleep super early after getting back from work, didn't read and work on Friday, again went to sleep really early after work. Saturday I read all of 15 pages of Babel on the train to meet Chloe in Sheffield. No, Chloe in Bradford, and we went to watch Waitress and it was so good. I had a great time. Then I didn't read on the train ride home, so I read all of 15 pages on Saturday. Now it's Sunday. I've not read on Sunday. I've not filmed. I've not edited. I have done some tidying and that's it. Obviously, I don't think you've seen my shelf since I finished it, but like, finished the shelf. Yeah, I was watching Becca's Sprints today and just vaguely messing around with things in my room, and it's now sort of messier than when I started, so that's fun. That was that for me. And now it's 8 o'clock. It's like 20 past 8 actually, and I'm gonna run some more curls through my hair, throw on a bit of makeup and try and film my TBR so I can get that edited to go up for tomorrow. So this vlog is gonna carry through to Friday. Hopefully I'll actually read in it. I know what my TBR is for the week, for the month. I just need to film it. I'm not taking part in Magical Readathon, sadly. I will probably try and catch up with that next year and figure out what's going on from there. I will be trying to take part in Arc August, hosted by Tory, so got some arcs on my TBR, and I will be doing the final book support group 48-hour readathon next weekend. So this vlog is going up to Friday. I'll hopefully do a weekend reading vlog and then we'll go from there. So yeah, tonight I have Becca's live show for her Patreon at Tears, Becca from Becca in the Butt, so hopefully I will get my TBR filmed before then and I can watch that and then edit when I go to bed. So yeah, I'm gonna go get a drink, I'm gonna fix my hair, throw on a teeny bit of makeup, and then we'll see what happens. So hopefully I'll check in with you later tonight when I'm settling down for the night and I'm starting on my August TBR, because there's no point not starting it, you know, like I'll not count it in my July wrap up. Also, I broke a nail and I'm really sad about it. Like, they're really grown out. I missed my appointment because I was ill and I couldn't breathe, so I couldn't walk to my appointment. So yeah, very sad about that. I'm getting them done on Wednesday after going to London on Tuesday. So I've made a mistake where I'm going to London on Tuesday for a concert in the evening and there are no trains running back after, and I'm at work the next day and I can't get it off because it's August, it's peak leave season, and I have a meeting in work as well at 11 and an eye test at lunchtime. So yeah, I'm getting an overnight coach at 11:30 that gets me into Manchester for like 6 AM, and then I have to wait for a train to Warrington, and then I'm probably gonna go sit in McDonald's and try and wake myself up and just buy many energy drinks to keep me going throughout the day. But yeah, hopefully the concert is worth it. It should be, because Hadley Fraser's in it and I love that man with my whole heart, but we'll see. But yeah, I'll check in later. We'll just go from there. Now I'm gonna wash my face, hydrate, and start the fine print, because that is one of the books on my TBR that I'm not doing a specific vlog related to it. So yeah, I'm gonna try and read that and see you this week. So yeah, it is now bedtime. I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. It is Monday morning. I am just about to leave for work, so I will put on my audiobook of See You Yesterday as I walk to meet my lift. I read all of 2 pages of the fine print last night. I did not edit my video, so my laptop is coming with me to work, and let's hope this evening is more productive. and I get this half of my room properly tidied, I get some more videos filmed, and I get my TBR uploaded because it's the first of the month. So yeah, it's 7:30. I need to leave at 22. So I'm gonna go brush my teeth, get my lunch sorted, and get going. But yeah, just thought I'd tell you that I'm actually planning on reading this week. This will actually be a reading vlog with reading in it. First half of the week of the vlog, not so much, but it's happening. It's incoming. I'm determined to have a good start to August. Tomorrow I will be in London, and I need to book my my coach home, so that's also on the agenda for today. Good evening. It is 8:30 on Monday the 1st of August. I'm currently watching Becca's Patreon dice sprints. My hair is looking all kinds of fun. It's raining, I've got a candle on, and I am reading the fine print. So my TBR for August has just gone live, and I read a whole chapter of this yesterday, which was like 3 pages, so I'm cracking on with it a little bit more. I'm up to page 28. And you know, the fun thing about billionaire romances is that they're so escapist, because there is, you know, no way in hell I would ever actually fall in love with a billionaire, because they're just terrible people. They're just fundamentally morally bankrupt. And so far, Rowan is living up to that, which is interesting, because most of them at least pretend that there is some human decency inside the billionaires at the beginning, because then they don't have to win you over as much. But I'm looking forward to seeing how Lauren Asher actually makes me become invested in Rowan as a person, so that I can root for him and Zara. Because right now, you know, I really do. He's a terrible billionaire who's like just all about the bottom line and about like ruining people's lives so that he can get more money. And he's like, oh, I don't care about the money, I just care about my dad not getting it. And I'm like, no, you 100% care about the money. Like, you can care about both things. So yeah, so far like I'm having a good time with the 28 pages of this. Like, I'm not having a bad time, but I am interested to see where it goes. And I listened to a whole chapter of See You Yesterday today. I took my laptop into work so I could edit my TBR video, and See You Yesterday had not finished downloading as I was walking to meet my ride to work this morning, and I was out of data. My data refreshes tomorrow, and I ran out on Saturday, so I've had 2 days of no data, which was fine on Sunday because I didn't leave the house and I was connected to Wi-Fi the whole time, but not as fantastic for me today. So yeah, I'm gonna carry on physically reading this tonight. I've got a train to London tomorrow, which I will either edit or listen to See You Yesterday. Haven't decided, but I'll probably try and edit because I have a coach home from London tomorrow evening that I'm hoping I will be able to sleep on, because then I have to go straight to work from the coach station. I'm going to be a wreck tomorrow. No, I'm going to be a wreck on Wednesday, but maybe I'll get some good audio about listening to it on the coach home. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna carry on sprints, see how far I get into this, and probably have an early night because I'm pretty tired. And I want to try and film a video or 2 before I get the train tomorrow, which will require me, you know, getting up, putting on makeup, being a person, so an early night might be in order. Hello, terrible lighting. I'm not much further into the fine print. I should clarify, it's been like an hour and a half maybe, and I spent most of that time just scrolling on my phone. But I am up to page like 80 now, and I swear to God, if the author / characters make one more reference to Rowan being like Mr. Darcy, I'm gonna blow a fuse, because like, there is absolutely no way they're trying to go down a Mr. Darcy route. Like, it's just not okay. Like, he's so terrible. And Mr. Darcy was literally just like a bit rude, bit arrogant, bit socially awkward. This man is literally like so emotionally damaged. But anyway, just thought I would complain about the fact that Mr. Darcy is being mentioned too frequently for my Jane Austen loving heart. And yeah, at page 80, hoping to make it to at least page 100, maybe 150 before I go to sleep. But it's like 9:20 now, and I am going to be going to bed at like 10, so probably not going to happen, but we'll see. I do not think I have ever been more tired. I do not care that you can hear children screaming outside. Oh my god. So Tuesday, had a fantastic day in London. Went to my favourite Chinese restaurant. Just chilled in Leicester Square while the weather was nice. I read my book. Went to Waterstones because I finished my book. I will talk more about that tomorrow. Went to the theatre cafe, had a very nice cocktail while I continued to read a different book. So I read 2 books while I was in London. Then went to watch Chess the musical in concert. Oh my god, the cast was phenomenal. They were so good. Got the overnight coach home, listened to a good chunk of CU yesterday whilst being like half asleep. That was like the first hour and a half out of 2 hours of the journey, and then I turned it off and just like tried to sleep. Didn't go well. Got into Manchester at 6:30, got a train to Warrington at 7, sat at my desk at work at 8 o'clock, got home like 5:30, chilled for like 40 minutes. I went and got my nails done, so they're like really short and just like one plain colour because honestly they grew out too long while I was ill and I was just sick of looking at them, so now they're different. Had an eye test on my lunch break, so like didn't get to eat. Got home from my nail appointment at like 8:30, ate food. It's now 9 and I just want to go to bed. So just my quick Wednesday update to say I'm fucking tired and I'm going to bed, and hopefully I will, you know, be asleep from 10 o'clock through to like 6, 7, and I'm like ready in time to give you an update in the morning. If not, rambling incoming tomorrow evening. Good evening. I sound not super healthy. My throat is not feeling fantastic today. I'm blaming the aircon at work because I do feel better after being ill for so long. Like, this isn't like illness. This is just the aircon is awful and it's making my throat feel bad. So hello, it is Thursday evening and I thought I'd come in with some book updates for you because I've been so tired and so busy. So you saw the b-roll from Tuesday, you had me ramble at you yesterday, and now today I figured I'd give you some actual updates on the books I've been reading. I know, crazy, right? So first, I just want to fangirl about theatre a bit more. Oh, the sun. She is upon us. Anyway, yeah, so Waitress was fantastic. I had such a good time watching Waitress. I've been listening to my favourite songs from it non-stop. I apologise for the screaming children. I'm not going to close my windows, it's too warm. There's like no airflow in this room. It's not happening. But yeah, the children are screaming and I do apologise. So yeah, Waitress was so good. And then the Chess in concert was phenomenal. God, Hadley Fraser and Samantha Parks are so talented. Like, they actually gave me chills. Like, I just was listening to them and I was like, no way, these people are real, you know? Like, they must have been grown in a lab somewhere, like crazy. But I watched the TV show Samantha Parks did. Was she Nancy or Maria? Either way, the TV show she did that she didn't win, she's definitely improved since then. She's just like so good. So it did make some of the other cast, you know, maybe sound not as fantastic, which I mean it was fine because they were still good. They just comparatively sounded not as good, which to be fair, when you're going up against Samantha Parks and Hadley Fraser, is bound to happen. But yeah, so in London I read the fine print. I read everything after page 130 while I was in London, and I finished it at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. But yeah, finished it pretty early on. It was fine. It was enjoyable. It was a little too sincere for my personal taste in billionaire romances, just because like billionaires are just terrible people. So it had some like nice moments with inclusivity. Like there was he was like trying to be a better person and like making the parks and the programs like more disabled friendly or whatever, and it's just like this man is just supposed to stay a trashy billionaire. Like, we're not supposed to have like this much development, you know? So yeah, that was interesting. So 3.5 stars. It was fun. It was a good time. I think I've told you what it's about. If not, I will try and remember to wrap up at the end of the week. And then I also reread Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman because I wanted to, and that's about a girl and her sister's fiance get kidnapped and locked in a basement by the matchmaker who kidnaps people who aren't dating and makes them fall in love before killing them, and then they escape and have to deal with their trauma. And I once again really enjoyed it, and I once again shouldn't have. So there's that. I am on chapter 12 of See You Yesterday by Rachel and Solomon. And one of my stickers, my pre-order incentive, which are really cute, and my signed book plate are falling out, so let's fix that. So yeah, that's chapter 12, which is page 119. So far I'm killing it for Polathon in terms of how many hundreds of pages I've read, and I will figure that out for the end of the week, but that is not today. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this so far. I'm not sure it's going to be a 5-star just because some of it does feel real, like, this is going to sound really stupid, okay? It's feeling very repetitive. It's a time loop story. It's supposed to feel repetitive, but I just mean like some of the sentences. There's a bit where she's thinking on my second day, scratch that, my first day, and she does it like 4 or 5 times in the same like page, and it got a bit irritating. And it might have been easier if I wasn't listening to the audio and didn't have to like hear it, if I could have just skim read, but that wasn't an option for me at the time. So yeah, I'm going to carry on listening to that, hopefully listen to a good chunk of it tomorrow. And today at work I started Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater, which you can't see because the lighting is terrible. Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. The shade. So this is basically a Regency romance in which magic is real and our heroine was cursed by a fairy as a child, or not cursed, she I think maybe was promised as a child to the fairy, like the mother sold her firstborn to a fairy as one does, and the fairy came to collect and was stabbed by the cousin, and so only got half of what was promised. So our main character is left with half a soul and then goes through like her debutante season, or her cousin goes through her debutante season and drags her along. It's sweet so far. I'm having the best time with it so far. I'm on page 82, so I read 82 pages during my 30-minute lunch break and 15-minute afternoon break. So I'm going to finish this tonight because that's all I want to do. I'm going to wash my hair, and then tomorrow I'm going to finish See You Yesterday. I'm going to... I keep forgetting that I'm reading Babel. How do I keep forgetting this? But I'm going to try and read 50 pages of Babel and annotate it, and then I'm gonna chat with Chloe and try and bully her into watching a musical with me. So I need to go shopping and buy wine on my lunch break. So yeah, it's gonna be a good day. And here's why. That's enough rambling. I think I've been rambling for 7 minutes, so let's hope I can condense this down into a reasonably sized clip, and I will see you tomorrow. Hello, I didn't bring my book with me. 1 second. Okay, hello again. It is 5 to 7 on Friday evening. I am up to page 308 of See You Yesterday. I got a fair chunk of audiobook listening done throughout my day, and I'm really enjoying it. I will say, scratch that, has been said too many times. It's just an overused phrase and it's starting to piss me off. But other than that, having a really good time. Love the characters. Desperate for them to like actually kiss in a timeline they both remember. Oh, is that spoilers? It's probably spoilers. Moving on. But this evening I will be chatting with Chloe. I'm going to try and bully her into watching like a really sad musical and spending her Friday night crying. So wish me luck. And then this vlog will end because I will be doing the final Book Support Group 48-hour reading challenge tomorrow and Sunday, and I'm going to do a separate vlog for that. So hopefully when I finish chatting to Chloe and bullying her into watching like 2.5 hours of like sadness, I can finish the last 100 pages or so. I've got 110 pages, which I have been listening on audio, but like I could sit and read that in an hour. So hopefully I'm not too tipsy and can do that this evening. But yeah, and I'm sleeping in tomorrow. That's the plan. So yesterday I finished Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. Oh my goodness, it was so good. 5 stars. Like cozy, like whimsical, historical fantasy. Excellent vibes, really excellent vibes. I was obsessed with the vibes. And I have arcs of book 2 and 3 in that series, and book 3 is Sapphic, so you can bet your ass I'm reading them later this month for arc August. And I also, let me grab, read volume 2 of Olympus because I finished Half a Soul really early yesterday. Like it was a quick read, and I wanted to read something else, but I didn't feel like listening to my audiobook. I felt like actually reading, so I thought this isn't on my TBR, but it doesn't fit into any of my plans for the rest of the month, so why not try and squeeze it in? And I did. I gave this one 4 stars. I liked it more than book 2, but it's still not like romantic enough or angsty enough yet. Like we've not, like, don't get me wrong, we have trauma. We have, so this is like a Hades and Persephone retelling where it's still like they're still gods and they're still like Olympus and stuff, but it's like modernized, you know. And I liked it, but I have a feeling volume 3 is going to delve into them actually like pining and like being angsty, whereas this one is still sort of just like a lot of build up. So that's my thoughts on the 2 books I finished yesterday, and hopefully when I do wrap this up I'll know exactly how many pages I read so I can tell you how many fish I am for Polathon, because that's a thing that's happening this month as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go message Chloe, let her know that my dad is planning on leaving the house in like the next 10 minutes or so, and then I will get set up to chat to her with my wine and my snack, and we'll have a good time. Hi everyone, welcome to the wrap up of this like almost 2-week reading vlog. Maybe it's longer. Maybe it is like actually 2 weeks. Maybe I started doing a weekend vlog and was just like, it's gonna be a week now, and it carried on. So yeah, about 2 weeks. Let me wrap up everything I read for you. So the first book I finished was Shadow and Flame by Mindy Arnett. don't know where it is. It's a sequel to Onyx and Ivory. I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was a good conclusion, but the ending felt slightly rushed and I wasn't too happy with some of the character development and interactions. I feel like some of the friendships just got completely looked over and forgotten because it was only a duology and not a trilogy, so there wasn't the space to explore. And then I read Sweet Nothing for a while, and then I read The Fine Print by Lauren Asher, which I've given 3.5 stars. This is a billionaire romance set in a fake Disney world, and it was fine. I feel like the author has a fundamental misunderstanding of Mr. Darcy as a character, but you know, get over it, move on, it's fine. And then the next book I finished was Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman, which is a messed up romance about 2 people who get kidnapped. So we have our main character and our main character's sister's fiance get kidnapped, gets in a basement, terrible things happen to them, and then they escape and have to learn to live with all the terrible things that happen to them. And I don't know what I'd rate this. Like, I really enjoy it, and I know I shouldn't, so I've just left it unrated, I believe. But yeah, had a good time rereading that for the 2nd time this year. Don't ask me why. I read Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater, 5 stars. I loved it so much. This is a book set in like Regency era England, but where magic is real. So we have a character who's been cursed by fairy, and she's been cursed by a fae. She goes to London with her cousin, and her cousin wants to find the Lord Sorcerer of the land to help figure out how to fix her. And it was so sweet. And like, it was so good. I loved the vibes of this. It was like cozy, whimsical. The pining was like real. I had a really good time, and I can't wait to carry on with the other books the author's written. I think The 10,000 Stitches is next, and then Long Shadow. I'm hyped. And then I read Laura Olympus Volume 2 by Rachel Smythe. This is book 2 in the graphic novel series of, like, it is a webcomic, but it's been bound in graphic novel form about Hades and Persephone. It's their relationship in like a world where things are modern, but everyone's still gods, you know? And the art style is beautiful. Can I find something pretty, but you know, not spoilery. This is like, it's stunning. But yeah, this was 4 stars. I do enjoy this. I just don't feel like enough happens in each volume, despite the fact that it's like this chunky, for me to like fully love it. But I think as soon as like the web comic online is like really long, so as soon as it's like into more of the action, then maybe I'll like it more. As it is, I'm not sure, because it was written as a webcomic. I don't think the arc of each bound collection sort of works as a satisfying story. So that's my thoughts there. And then finally I finished See You Yesterday by Rachel and Solomon, which I don't think I've told you about finishing it yet, but I did, and I've given it 4.75 stars. My main issue and the reason I'm not giving it 5 stars is because they say scratch that too much, like too much. And the emotional damage I suffered at the very end when like things happen, like I was not okay for a hot second there. But I do love these characters. I love how Rachel Solomon entwines her like Jewish, like her relationship with Judaism into the books, and I love Barrett and Miles. I love them. But also Rachel and Solomon seems to have incorrect opinions on the Pride and Prejudice adaptations. The same can be said of Alex E. Harrow, so that offends me. Why must my favourite authors be like this? It was really good. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I finally read it. And I bought a couple of things, as you do. So I went to London and I went to see Chess the Musical in concert, and I spent extra money to get the pre-signed programme from Hadley Fraser and Samantha Barks. So very happy to add this to my collection of programmes. I stopped at Waterstones because I finished The Fine Print while I was in London, and I had my Kindle, but I didn't have access to the internet to download things onto my Kindle that were on my TBR. So I was like, I'll just pick up another book, and then I just read Still Beating again instead, and I didn't read any of the books I bought. But I bought The Tenant of Wildfell Hall, which is hopefully going to be my classic of the month. And they really didn't have many books on offer in the Waterstones. I feel like their selection was a bit depleted, especially in terms of classics. But this one is like really nice and floppy, and I like the illustration. So yeah, this is a sensational, hard-hitting and passionate tale of marital cruelty that sees a mysterious new tenant at Wildfell Hall unmasked, not as a wicked woman, as the local gossip would have it, but as the estranged wife of a brutal alcoholic bully desperate to protect her son, using her own experiences with her brother Bramwell to depict the cruelty and debauchery from which Helen flees. Anne Bronte wrote her masterpiece to reflect the fragile position of women in society and her belief in universal redemption. So I'm excited to get to this later this month. And I also bought Strange Practice by Vivian, which I've never heard of before, but it seems to have similar vibes to some books I've really been enjoying that just like steal characters from Gothic literature. So it's a Dr. Greta Helsing novel. So meet Greta Helsing, doctor to the undead. After inheriting a highly specialised and highly peculiar medical practice, Dr. Helsing spends her days treating London's undead for a host of ills: vocal strain in banshees, arthritis in barrow whites, and entropy in mummies. Although barely making ends meet, this is just a quiet supernatural adjacent life Greta has dreamed of since childhood. But when a sect of murderous monks emerges killing humans and undead alike, Greta must use all her unusual skills to help keep her supernatural clients and the rest of London safe. I mean, doesn't that sound great? And yeah, I mean, supernatural adjacent seems to be like a buzzword for me these days, so yeah, I'm excited to read this one eventually. I have no idea when, but yeah, just adding one more Orbit book to my collection. So that's everything from me for this vlog. I hope I get it edited and uploaded in a timely manner. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you soon in another video. Please like, comment, subscribe, tell me how you've been doing, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.